Welcome back to Africa Travel Indaba at the Inkosi Albert Luthuli International Convention Centre here in Durban, where we have been broadcasting live for the better part of the morning, showing you everything that's on display. There's several buyers as well as products that are going to be launched and shown to the general public here in South Africa and also in Africa. So it really is a great African marketing strategy. And we're talking all things travel, and where I'm coming from now is the Rovos rail luxury trains. And when we think of travel, we always think of game reserves. When it comes to leisure, we think of driving to different provinces, we think of flying abroad to African continents, but we don't always think of rail and we don't always think of trains. Well, to talk to us more, I am joined by Gareth van Wyk. He is the marketing manager at Rovos Rail. Thank you so much for joining us, Gareth. Talk to us about Rovos Rail, the story behind it, and also, the tourists and the locals that have come to this particular stall here at the Durban ICC to see what's on offer.
Excellent, Jayde. Well, Rovos Rail started in 1989, and this is a family business. At the station today, we have a full family affair. The train itself consists of up to 21 carriages, and we have probably the biggest footprint in the African continent when it comes to luxury railway.
Where exactly does the train go to?
Oh, that's a good question. The train, where doesn't it go? So we do short journeys, which base between Cape Town, Durban and Victoria Falls. And then we do longer journeys that take its way all the way up to Dar es Salaam or Angola in Lobito.
Now, Gareth, obviously we can't run away from the COVID-19 pandemic. It really rocked the tourism industry. With regards to Rovos Rail and the luxury trains, how did you fare?
Well, we decided to utilize that time quite constructively. And what we did is we have another train that forms part of our family, and that's the Shongololo. So what we did with the Shongololo is we refurbished that train, where today it is indistinguishable from what we have as Rovos Rail. So come 2024, what we will do is we will amalgamate the two, and we will now grow a bigger train brand, which will now grow within Rovos Rail.
With the rail and the trains going into the African continent, I imagine that there's also a lot of work that goes into forming partnerships with other countries. Talk to us about that.
Well, it's a partnership in every way. I mean, what we do is we like to build partnerships with our representatives around the world, and we do that through meetings and incentives. It just comes down to what the sort of opportunities that they're looking for to grow and how our train can fit into their portfolios.
And looking at the Indaba, what are you expecting? I see many people have come to ask about Rovos Rail, some of the journeys, some of the routes, many from the African continent asking, where can we jump on the train? Talk to us about what you're expecting to come from this Indaba, because many businesses have come to also form partnerships with other countries.
Yeah, so what we've done in Indaba is we've seen a lot of old faces and we're seeing a lot of new faces. You mentioned about COVID. We've now seen a greater number in foot traffic, which we love to see. And what we're trying to do within the African continent is grow our brand to become a household name when it comes to travel. I mentioned earlier about Dar es Salaam, so people that are living in those communities can travel in luxury from that country down into Cape Town. So yeah, really growing the brand globally as well as in Africa.
Thank you very much. That was Gareth van Wyk. He is the marketing manager here at Rovos Rail, just talking to us about this luxury trains. I'm going to step out of shot and ask Japan Matabula just to show you on your screens that this is Rovos Rail, very luxurious train that travels all across Africa. And as you heard him saying there, this has been a family business starting way back many moons ago and has grown into a household brand.